Just a reminder, you can now support Not Without My Sister on Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/notwithoutmysister, you can support us for $5 per month. You will get ad-free episodes in your feed. And every Friday, you will get super exclusive bonus, longer than usual minisodes that will only be on Patreon from June 2021. So that's patreon.com/notwithoutmysister. Details are in the show notes, and we would really, really appreciate your support.
Hello and welcome to another minisode of Not Without My Sister.
Can I just say something before you continue on with that very calm voice?
Yes.
That's the voice you do for a lot of your intros. I think you should try and be a little bit more animated sometimes.
Oh.
Because I listened to a few in a row the other day and I wanted to murder you by the end of the third one.
Okay. Hello and welcome to another minisode of Not Without My Sister. You're so mean. Okay. I'll do your voice.
Just be natural.
I'll be natural. I'll do your voice. Hello and welcome to another minisode of Not Without My Sister.
You sounded a bit like Ira Glass there. That was good.
Is that good? Today we're going to talk about how many things have you actually cooked from a cookery show, and what cookery shows were those? Because I came across my children this morning watching with animated faces what's called Nailed It with Nicole Byers, who I love.
I love her.
Yeah, I love her. She's gas. And I do love, and I was thinking we actually did do, and we can post it, Don and I actually had a Nailed It bake-off, and my treacherous children voted him the winner, even though mine was by far the more superb and detailed
They're
cake
always
pop.
going to go for their dad, little pricks.
Yeah, little bastards. Mine was the much better, more elaborate cake pop.
And cake pop. And didn't you make a cake from Nailed It for a Transformer cake?
Jesus,
for
that Transformer cake, never again.
What? Do you still have that sheet of Rice Krispies in the drawer?
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
No,
well,
I just mean it was a lot of effort.
it was so much work. Well, they eat it when they get bored, so I just leave it there. It's gradually disappearing. And then the other day, what did I make? Oh, I made that number 5 cake. But
that was cute. That was Nigella, was it? Or Rachel Allen?
That was Rachel Allen. But it was a bit. I ran out of the little bastards as well. I ran out of icing sugar for the icing. So at the end, Bo, who literally would eat bread and butter and toast and butter until he passed out in a coma, in a bread coma, tasting and goes, Mom, I mean, the cake's a bit dry. Maybe you cooked it for too long. And that icing is very buttery. I just don't want to eat anymore. What the actual...
He loves butter, that child.
He loves butter. He is the child. He is the child who was found in the sitting room chewing on a block of Kerrygold. He used to just gnaw on it. Yes.
Stop.
Yeah.
That would turn my stomach.
Yeah. He literally was in there biting big chunks out of it like a wad of cheese.
I'd love some Dubliner cheese right now, actually.
Okay.
Now that you said that.
They're very ungrateful, I have to tell you. I brought them for ice cream the other day, the kids, on Friday afternoon. I brought them to Zesto's, right? So we drive through Zesto's. Can we have...
It's just Zesto.
Oh, it is, whatever. Well, I mean, it's Zesto's.
Very
It
Irish
belongs
of you.
to whatever. Starbucks. Do you call
Does
it...
it belong to Mr. Zesto?
I mean, do you call it Starbucks?
No, but it's actually called Starbucks.
I know.
Do you call it Targets?
I do, yeah. I
No,
said
you
go to
don't.
Targets. Yeah, yes, I do.
Do you call it TJ Maxx's?
Yeah, absolutely do.
Do you call it Kroger's?
Yeah, totally.
Jesus, go on. I'm sorry I said anything. Go on.
Anyway, I drove
Zesto's.
I drove past Kroger's and I went over to Zesto's. and I got ice creams, right? First of all, they were like, oh, I want a sundae. And I was like, you're getting a plain vanilla ice cream in a cup and you're going to be happy about it. I want a cone. I was like, you're getting a cup. And at this point, I'm already like, I shouldn't have come, right? So then I was
also not making it fun, Beatrice. Let them get whatever they want.
whatever. No way. They wouldn't even eat. So I said, okay, we're going to drive home and eat this. You're not eating it in the car. We want to eat it in the car. I was like, you're not eating it in the car, right? So then I had the cups all in the cup holders. So I had to taste it, right? Because it was mine. Mine was there too. So I had a little mouthful of Bo goes.
You're honestly like an example of what not to do as a parent.
Bo goes, what? Why are you tasting it? And I said, I'm tasting it in case it's poisonous. He goes, oh, Chance, did you hear Mom? She said that Zest it's not just ice cream, but there's toys for us. I'm like, that is absolutely not what I said.
I love how he always thinks the best of his mom.
Oh, that's nice. That's true.
He's like, Mom got us toys. Okay, cookery shows. I don't think I watch any cookery shows apart from Nailed It, which I've tried
in vain to get our children into and they don't care about.
Oh, that's
so I
disappointing.
do like Nailed It. I did like, what was that other show that we watched?
Well, can you get Nailed It in Ireland? We should explain the premise.
I'm pretty sure you can get Nailed It.
Well, if you can, you should watch it because it's hilarious. And Jacques, the chef, is just classic.
He is very funny.
And her guests are fun.
Well, why don't you explain what it is?
Oh, no, because I'm really bad at that.
Okay, so Nailed It is essentially a show where they get amateur and like absolutely amateur, very crap, no offense to the people who are on it if they're listening, bakers to come in and recreate something. And I mean, to be fair to them, it's always very complicated.
Very hard
Please
to do.
recreate this like croque en bouche that's been designed to look like Ursula the Sea Witch. And we want you to make it in 45 minutes. That's the kind of shit they come up with.
Well, do you remember I did that cake as well? After I saw on Nailed It also a cake filled with glitter. So I bought that one.
God,
I bought that book, Sprinkles or whatever it's called. And I made the multi-layered rainbow cake, which is actually quite good. I filled it full of stuff. And then I put
more mulch than rainbow, I'd say.
But then I put sprinkles and stuff on the outside of it. And it looked terrible.
It looked absolutely terrible.
Nothing like the book.
We need Kevin, your colleague Kevin is very good at this kind of stuff. We need him to give us like a crash course.
Kevin has stickers called that, like Kevin Corney, that he has stickers printed about Kevin Corney's cookies or whatever with a K that he like sticks on.
It's very Kardashian of him.
So
Nailed It, right? Then there's that one that we watched with, what was the one with that guy who was like doing the barbecue in the middle of nowhere? Do you remember that show that we watched?
That was amazing on Netflix, Chef's Table.
Oh yes, Chef's Table. That is amazing. And I actually haven't watched all of those.
That was absolutely amazing. But you didn't, like, they didn't give you recipes to cook from. Although I did.
Not like cook this.
We did subscribe to Masterclass. I gave you that guest subscription. How many of them have you watched?
7.
How many? Did you watch any?
No.
None?
Not a one.
That was extremely expensive and you didn't watch any of them.
Excuse me, put your pointy finger down.
Okay.
One finger pointing out, 3 fingers pointing back at you. Put that down. No, I haven't watched one yet. Is our membership expired?
Absolutely expired.
Oh.
It totally expired. Anyway.
For a year.
I did. Anyway, Massimo Battaglia, whatever his name is.
5 years has just flown by.
Massimo Battaglia, whatever his name is, he was my favourite episode. He was the one I made Mom and Dad watch as well. The Italian chef who I think it was close to Verona or something. Anyway, he has a Michelin star. But anyway, crying, amazing. Started out in the States, right? Oh my God, it was absolutely brilliant. But anyway, he had his own masterclass on like how to make pasta, and Don is mad into pasta. I was trying to get Don to watch and like learn some of Massimo's.
You need to watch it.
But you know what I was so annoyed by? At one point they were like, "What? What's your secret?" He goes, "I just have to love the food, right?"
That's what Don says all the time.
Do you remember that? Do you remember the time Don was poaching the egg? Yeah, he was poaching the egg, and I was like, "What's your secret?" He goes, "I was so raging with them as well."
No, sorry, he wasn't going to love it. You were poaching the egg, and you were like, "Don, why is this going wrong?" And he's like, "You're not loving the egg."
Yeah,
which makes sense because you do not love eggs.
I love poached eggs.
Yeah, but like eggs as a product, as an object, I wouldn't say you're an egg lover.
I love eggs.
Sometimes
I love eggs. I hate
too much.
I love eggs. I hate uncooked eggs.
As opposed to the thousands of people.
No, like when they're a little bit runny. You know the way in France they make them and they're a little bit runny. Hate that. They need to be fully cooked.
They're very runny.
Yeah, they need to be fully cooked. I don't want eggs on top of anything. I don't want an egg on a pizza or on a burger. Like, no thanks.
But what about an egg on like Korean noodles? Fried egg on top.
I mean,
I'll
try it.
Like
I could try it.
Making her Morla from Never Ending Story.
I could try it.
So I would recently watch those shows. When I was younger, I used to like Ready Steady Cook.
Yeah,
I think we've talked about already.
Yeah, I don't think we ever made anything though. Again, it was entertaining.
No, I would occasionally be amused by cookery segments on like daytime TV, and I'll actually even now sometimes refer back to the clip where what's his name? I actually can't remember. There's this Italian chef on This Morning with Holly and Pete. Is it Peter Scott? Philip. Yeah, I knew it was a P.
How am I remembering everything today? I don't know. Like, what's going on?
I'm pregnant.
Oh, don't.
Baby brain.
Don't. I hate that.
Stop. Brain. Holly and Philip are there and he's talking about how he always adds a little bit of cream to the bolognese because it's something.
Gross.
And Holly goes, "Oh yeah." She goes, "I've heard that before. Sometimes I'll add a bit of salad cream." And he looks at her and she's like, yeah. She's like, yeah. It makes it, she's like, it's really like cream. It just makes it a bit creamy and like gives that tangy. And he's like, look at her and she's like, well, it's a dairy product. And he goes, yeah. And if my mama had wheels, she'd be a bicycle.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's so good. But I don't think I've ever cooked anything from a cookery show.
Oh, I was thinking what else I've cooked from Gordon Ramsay, even though I find him extremely objectionable and has a bad attitude and is rude. I cooked scrambled eggs from him.
Oh, they were good.
And they were... Well, there was a lot of like, you weren't allowed to add any of the salt till the end, which I obviously didn't know and maybe everybody knows. Probably, I always find that things that I'm like, never knew this. Everyone else like, yeah, I know. I've known that all my life.
No, I always add the salt and pepper at the very beginning.
Yeah. Yes to pepper. He said salt at the end because it changes it changes the chemical balance, whatever. I don't know. I wasn't obviously listening. I was just watching. Well, it did take a long time. It was about 25 minutes. Oh, it was the one with the truffle. It was delicious.
You know, I was thinking yesterday, I'd love to go to Faith Street Social. I don't think, have you ever been to Faith Street Social?
I haven't.
Love to go to Faith Street Social.
I think I have.
Another, I mean, historically rude and unpleasant chef, so we probably shouldn't be, but that's not really the point. The point is truffle fries with parmesan.
Oh my God, delicious. Where could I get them right now? Actually,
I'd love some skinny fries, truffle,
and delicious.
Grated, very thinly grated parmesan on top.
I only have one potato out there. I'm not even, Claire McKay would be turning in her grave.
Make some truffle fries for yourself.
I don't, but like what do you put on truffle?
Half a leek?
No, did you see that? Did you see that story from Roseanne?
Yeah.
Our cousin Roseanne posted only today on the phone with Claire McCabe. She said,
"Should have a leak in the fridge."
True. God, yeah, that actually sounds delicious. Can you get truffle fries anywhere here? Probably. My God, I would love
Google
some truffle fries. Can I get truffle fries shipped to me? God, I'd love truffle fries.
I don't think they'd be nice. I mean,
anyway, stop. Anyway, go on. Who is this obnoxious chef?
Oh, what's his name? I mean, let me look. Dylan something. I want to say Dylan Bradshaw, but it's not Dylan Bradshaw.
I wanted to say that too.
Dylan McGrath.
Who is this? Is this an Irish chef?
He's like an Irish kind of famous, like did a lot of TV chef. I mean, you know what? This is probably why he has a reputation as being unpleasant. Very good looking.
Why are unpleasant people good looking? I don't know.
No, I think a lot of good looking people are unpleasant. So they don't have to be nice.
I mean, I feel like I'm nice. Don't say anything. Don't say anything to that.
What's the most ambitious thing that you've cooked from a show then? Probably that nailed it cake.
Oh my God, yeah, that
which didn't look ambitious at the time.
I mean, it turned out to be a full-on family affair. I had Dad at the end. But I mean, it was ambitious from the point of view of having to get all the ingredients, all that fondant icing, the like melting, what is it like? What's it called? That chocolate stuff?
Oh, ganache?
No, I mean, it's like modelling chocolate.
Oh, they love a bit of modelling chocolate. Nailed it.
Yeah, they do. And I didn't have anything. And like, I feel like as well, I don't know how they managed to put colour, like food colouring on a toothpick and have it turn out so fine. My food colouring just blends into a massive watercolour mess. Disaster.
Do you ever watch people icing cookies?
Yes, it's very relaxing.
It's very relaxing and amazing. But it's one of those things that you watch. It looks pretty straightforward, but I'm literally like, I am never ever attempting that.
Did you not see my Hedwig the Owl cookie?
Yeah, I did.
It was an absolute disaster.
And it's weird because you're good at design stuff.
I know, but Kevin, again, back to the Kevin, is amazing at icing cookies. And in fact, as party favours for his own wedding, like, I must get him to send the picture, like, had something like 5,000 tulip cookies that he personally iced, bagged up and put the stickers. Yeah, put the stickers on the back. I mean, he's the one who dressed up like the Easter Bunny and came over here with beautiful.
Jumped around in the garden and we'd no idea who it was.
And the best part was Don was like, "Who is that?"
Because it was just after COVID, wasn't it? So we were all like in
it was during COVID. It was, it was like
last
at
April,
the height of COVID. So he came over dressed in his bunny suit. I have a video of it somewhere.
Yeah.
And like hung out outside with like a basket of cookies for the kids. And Don was obviously like, "Who is this psychopath?" Until he realised it was Kevin.
Well, like I kind of was too, because I was like, "Is this a neighbourhood thing? Like, what do they do in America?"
He's so nice.
He's so nice.
So above and beyond.
Oh my God, the boys were delighted. Sorry, just going back to ambitious cooking. This isn't from TV, so I don't suppose it counts for this episode, but I can talk about it anyway. Do you remember that Indian feast I made for Dad's birthday? And I had to order all the ingredients from like DesiFoods.com.
Oh yes, that was amazing. What was that book called?
That's from the Dishoom book.
Yeah. I have it. It's in the other room.
That you guys have here.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
I haven't cooked anything else out of that since.
Well, again, quite ambitious. Like, it literally took me, didn't I start at 12 and we ate at 8 or something, and I literally was cooking for the entire day.
Well, that was my awesome. Yeah, you were exhausted.
Oh my God, I was wrecked. And then I had to, like, eventually I was like, "Dad, I know it's your birthday, but you're going to have to do the chapatis. I can't even look at that flour. Like, and I had to buy special chapati flour. Oh my God, it was a nightmare.
It's still in the press. Well, like for Easter Sunday, I used Ottolenghi, not from having watched him on TV, but I have loads of his cookbooks and I've never done anything because they all look delicious. And I'm always like, I should be eating more veg. And like everything in here is a delicious vegetable of some type.
I just never want a recipe that's more than 2 pages. And that was the problem with the Brother Hubbard cookbook as well. And I love Brother Hubbard. But when I looked at the cookbook, I was like, Jesus, those cinnamon and walnut scrolls that I'd eat 3 of at a time take 4 pages. It's like, no. No thanks.
Well, I made the Easter Sunday dinner and it actually tasted delicious, and I froze some of it for one day because Dad would have appreciated this.
It didn't look great though.
Oh, it didn't look great at all.
Lamb was
everything
big in
just
the statue. It looked very turdy.
His
It looked like
his
a big
photograph
turd.
was magnificent, but like mine somehow looked just like charred, blackened blackness. Well, actually, I forgot now, thinking about speaking of eating your veggies. Bo says to me this morning, I'm hoping I lose my sense of taste when I get my first COVID shot, because then I can eat a lot of vegetables and be the best in the house.
Oh.
Like, you could eat them now. They taste good. No, thanks.
He's so cute.
So ridiculous.
I wonder if you could I was going to say you could camouflage them, but the problem is he doesn't really even like anything you could camouflage them in. So
No,
he won't
unless-
eat like tomato sauce with
No, unless they look like bread.
unless they look like bread or pasta or butter.
Maybe I should try those food changing pastilles those flavor changing pastilles that you
You
gave.
have them, don't you?
Yeah. Well, apparently nobody likes them.
Sorry, they're not for the actual flavor changing pastilles. Like, they're not a sweet. You're supposed to put them on your tongue, let it melt, and then eat something.
Oh, I think they were just eating them.
They're not supposed to taste good. You put them on your tongue, you let them melt, and then you like eat a lime or something, and it apparently tastes completely different.
Oh.
You absolute wasteful Aegis. Could you not even read the back of the pack? You're just like,
It was-
candies.
It wasn't mine, it was Don's. We'll tell him after this. He might have some left.
Speaking of which, did he use the poopery?
Oh, yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, I
It's
actually
brilliant.
love poopery as well. But then the problem is, so poopery is this spray. It's
I'm sure
it's like-
everybody knows what it is.
well, just in case. They have one in Ireland called VI Poo, which I think is a vulgar name.
That
Poopery is much better. Anyways,
what does that mean? Very important poo. Like what?
Isn't every poo?
Oh, Rosemary.
Anyway,
TMI. Mom's
sorry.
now rolling her eyes. She's like, oh, is this nearly finished?
It's nearly finished, but you spray it in the toilet bowl and it basically covers the water in like a film of oil, so that then when you poop, the poop smell is contained beneath the oil. That's how it works. It's like a film on top of the water. You're looking so horrified.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Do you know what Dad told me? Oh, go on.
Well, I was just going to say, but the problem is when you use it, if you use it like regularly, if you'll excuse the pun,
Oh, for God's
use it regularly, you just begin to associate that with poop. So then the smell of this like not delicious, but like lovely rosemary and hibiscus, you're like, that's poop. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's a scientific fact.
No, I'm just saying that's what happens in my head.
Oh, well, Dad was telling me that when one poops, that if one is in the room, the reason one doesn't smell one's own poop as offensively is because, and I mean, I'm probably getting the science wrong here, but that when you poop, your nostrils close up or something. I mean, I could be saying this wrong. So, like, that's why you find the smell of other people's poop so offensive and not your
did
own.
Dad learn that in his advanced science degree, or where did he
Dad
get that
knows a lot of
information
things. He knows a lot of things.
from? Dad says a lot of things
With
the
confidence.
way of someone who
yes,
knows.
Yes.
I will agree with that.
No, I think you're confusing Dad
Do
with
you-
Brandon right now. You literally married.
Well, both.
You definitely married that aspect
Do
of our
you like
dad.
the smell of your own farts?
Rosemary, I'm not having this conversation
Oh.
with you, okay?
Okay, I had that conversation with somebody recently, and they were so horrified when I was like, "Yeah, I've been
I'm
banned."
absolutely.
Okay.
You are bringing the tone down.
Okay, thank you so much for listening to
Oh
this
my God.
episode of Not Without My Sister. I would like to know if you, the listener, likes the smell. Of
Rosemary, I really would like that edited out. This was a cooking show and you have brought it to the basest of conclusions.
Listen, it goes in one end.
Rosemary-
It's all part of the circle of life.
Oh my God.
It moves us all.
Oh, Rosemary.
Keep that in, Liam. That was genius. This has been Not Without My Sister. You can get us on Instagram at Not Without My Sister, or individually at Beatrice McCabe and at Rosemary McCabe. You can tell from this episode which of us is the more base. It is me. You can email us notwithoutmysis@gmail.com, or check us out online, notwithoutmysis.com. And you will catch us on Tuesday for a full length and fabulous episode of Not Without My Sister.
Less vulgar than this one. Not
Maybe.
guaranteed.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Not Without My Sister is produced by Liam Garrity, sound and original music by Don Kirkland, and our original illustration is by Lindsay Nielsen.
Not Without My Sister is a member of The Warren, the home of great Irish podcasts. As is my podcast, Meet Your Maker. You'll find more great shows at thewarren.ie.